Kotak Mahindra Bank is essentially a large management rejig. And the first one of those, the most important one of those, is the elevation of KVS Manian from whole-time director and head of wholesale banking to joint MD. That literally puts him at the second in-command position at Kotak Mahindra Bank, right after CEO Ashok Vaswani. We have then the next appointment is Shanti Ekambaram, goes from retail head and whole-time director to deputy MD from the 1st of March. After Shanti Ekambaram, of course, there's Devang Ghiwala, who's going to be taking over as president and group CFO of Kotak Mahindra Bank. He'll be replacing Jaimin Bhatt, who will retire from his group CFO position at the end of this financial year. There's also Milind Nagnur, who was a CTO at Kotak Mahindra Bank, will take over as a chief operating officer from the 1st of April. That puts him in the KMP league at Kotak. And lastly, we have Paul Parambe, who's currently working with the bank, and he takes over a group level position as chief risk officer from the 1st of March. So this was largely a rejig that's happening at Kotak Mahindra Bank. What is interesting to see is that this is the first big move that is being done by Ashok Vaswani since he took over as MD and CEO on the 1st of January. This is the intent behind this is, of course, to retain the senior management pool so that they don't end up leaving the bank. That was one of those fears right after Uday Kotak stepped down as MD and CEO of Kotak Mahindra Bank. The fear was that the larger or the top management will also follow him and probably leave the bank. But clearly, Ashok Vaswani ensuring that these people stay back. Now, the collateral impact, as Tamanna was talking about earlier, the ripple effect that's being felt is at Federal Bank. That's primarily because of KVS Manian. NDTV Profit had reported that Manian was being considered as the potential CEO candidate for Federal Bank. This was reported last week. Federal Bank is set to submit a few names to the RBI as potential CEO candidates, at least 3, that's what we understand from our sources, and that was likely to happen at some point in time next financial year. Now, if Manian decides to stay back or whether he will come in as CEO of Federal Bank, that's something that we need to watch out for. That story will get clearer as weeks go by. However, direct impact on Federal Bank, it rallied about 10% after the story came out about Manian being considered as a potential CEO candidate. And then today it's down roughly about 6.5 or 7% odd. You know, that sort of enthusiasm amongst investors, that's coming off in case of Federal Bank. And of course, all of this is happening because the CEO of the 4th largest private bank in India decided to rejig his management.